So I guess if you're looking for something that's quite diverse, now or never may be the place to go because he's quite diverse. As you can see, it's a bit mad. Guys, we've got another good chance of checking out what I believe is fairly diverse portfolio. You guys will see once we get into the video. But this strategy, I guess, would apply for the people that want that diversification. Maybe you've got a ton of money and you don't want to take too much risk, or maybe you just don't have the same risk appetite as I do. So I believe this portfolio will be perfect for you. I have covered it once before on this channel, but we'll do it again, and that is Now or Never Finance. So you guys definitely show love if you haven't already done so. Okay, but with all of that being said, guys, YouTube, it's Ronnie MP. Whoop.
It's RonnieMP.com.
Want to join my free gift card giveaway? Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on the notification. Then let me know that you subscribe down below. That's it. Hey yo, what's good YouTube? You know who it is. It's your boy Ronnie MP. Thank you and welcome to a brand new video of It's Ronnie MP, the show where we bring you guys a bunch of financial videos suggested by you guys and you guys only. If you're brand new to the channel, then be sure to absolutely destroy that like button. It means a ton. As I always tell you guys, it means a ton. Not only for myself, but for this channel. It helps bring this video out in front of like-minded future millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires, entrepreneurs such as you and me. So that subscribe button needs to be clicked. There we go. That notification bell needs to be clicked so you're notified each and every single time I release a video. But Now or Never Finance, that's what we're about to check out for today's video. It says Trading 212 walkthrough, help and overview, but we're more interested in the portfolio end and seeing if there's any updates, further updates, or not, because I know that he's aiming high. Okay, he's definitely aiming high, but he's trying to remain diversified as well. Whereas on my end, we're focusing more now on concentration. Once you pick a stock that you believe this is definitely going to go up, and I'm going to get a positive ROI on it, and you do your research, then nothing stopping you from then on. Is just action. So that's the strategy that we're currently on, and I've got a portfolio update that's coming up for you guys as well as me buying some new stock or new shares. Okay, so be sure you're looking out for that. But without further ado, let's get into it right now.
Trading 212 portfolio.
Okay, Trading 212 portfolio.
Quick thing I want to note, as I get asked this quite a lot in terms of how you
me
protect
too.
it if you're using Trading 212. So
85k, you see that
GBP if you're living
at the
within
bottom
UK,
right there.
and if you're like me living outside the UK,
Phew.
for example in Ireland, that you're covered.
I
up to
told you
90%.
last time I guessed, you guys, if you watched it, I said he's definitely from Ireland. Like, he sounds like he's from Ireland, and guess what, he is. So awesome. Let's carry on with the video.
20,000 euro. When you log into Trading 212 platform, this is kind of where you come, is your portfolio section. Currently, as you can see, I have about 5,100 euro invested at the moment, and you can see
Nice.
here on the left your investments individually and also your portfolio pies. Each we will discuss later on in this video.
So I swear he's trying to reach 100k, which is the same. So right now I was lagging behind, but now we're about leveled, so it's great. But we're gonna see overall his returns, and yeah, maybe we can do
Firstly,
a bit
when you
comparison.
want to buy any individual company, just say for example here Tesla, you
Yeah.
can play in the search engine right here.
Mhm.
But let's just use the one that I already have bought. So if you click onto that and you want to buy more, let's
So
say, or you could even sell.
this-
But in this case, if you want to buy,
This is just a walkthrough that I've gone through countless of times now on my channel, but I'm just gonna stick through it anyways, just in case there's a beginner that's watching. So you might as well take advantage of this, so you know how to buy an individual stock, how to buy an ETF, which is the same principle. You just click on it and you click on how many shares you want, or how many units you want if it's an ETF, and then you go ahead and buy it. Simple as that. But just follow along, you get
you
it.
can say you have a market order, a limit order, a stop, or a stop limit. And also, one of the best features of Trading 212 is that you can buy fractional shares. So, for example, you can see here that I only hold about 1/5 of a share
Of Tesla.
at the moment, and that was 113 euro. So you can imagine if you're only starting off and you want to
You
invest
haven't
in a
got
few
that
different
much money.
companies, that is very handy that you can buy fractional shares. So for example here, if you wanted to buy, let's say 1/10 of a share, we can see here that it would cost 49 euro. Or let's say you wanted to buy half a share even, it would cost 246, or even, for example,
Guys, can you see how expensive that is? half a share, 200 and something euro. So you can clearly see that Trading 212 have done us. It's amazing, giving giving us access to be able to buy fractional shares. So if you're in that situation, get started with investing. You might say, I don't have enough money to buy one share. Look, get started, because that half a share could grow in like a couple of months, depending on the stock that you invest in. It can grow exponentially. Do you see what I mean? So you could have even made money from that little money that you was, like, it's not enough. I want ideally 2 shares, 3 shares. No, just get started. And if you do want to get started, then Trading 212 is the place to go. That's the platform that we're all using right now, which I'll show you. Trading 212, and that's basically, hold on, yeah, that's basically it right there. I don't know why it's doing that, but you would click on Trading 212. In fact, to save you, I always forget, I've got the link in the description down below, because if you sign up without the link, then you won't get a free share. But basically, this is what I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. This is what Trading 212 looks like. Yeah, if you sign in without clicking on the link in the below, then in this description, then you won't be able to get your free share. So if you do want to take advantage of that, then click that link, get that free share. Let me know which free share you get. Simple as that, really. If you want to get started, it's up to you. If you don't, then you don't.
0.01 of a share,
but I recommend
just under €5. So again, it's very handy for new investors that don't have a lot of capital at disposal. Once you have any positions bought, when you click into your portfolio, you click on any one of the stocks. For example, again, Tesla, we'll just use this as an example.
Yep.
Scroll down
Beautiful.
Here, you can see the 1 day all the way up to the 1 year and max charts. But what's kind of more useful down here is in your investments part, where, for example, you can see how many shares you own. So, for example, I own 0.23 of a share. We can see our average price in dollars and in euro, or for example, if you're in the UK, that would be in pounds. And we can see the sell price. And on the far right, you'd see the overall net return, profit or loss. So just in this example, we're up 51.81%, or about €38.86. And again, if you scroll down further on any of your shares, and again, you can do this even if you don't own the shares.
So by the way, you can do this on your mobile phone as well. So you have the desktop version, which he's on, or you have the app version. As I said, I'm playing this through because I care a lot about the beginners. I remember when I was a beginner, which is not even long ago, when I just got started, everything was super confusing. You're just like, what on earth is going on? Like, it's just long. So it's always good to watch through these so it just sinks in, so you get comfortable. The more and more comfortable you get with the app, the more easier it would be for you to pull the trigger and invest, and to stop trying to time the market, because you can just never time the market, period.
From company details, to the CEO, the number of employees, key ratios, financial summaries, charts, etc., all the way down. So it's kind of quite useful, and it is kind of it kind of feels like it's Yahoo Finance style when you're doing your research, so it's quite useful. Again, it mightn't be up to that standard as yet, but it's certainly handy to have at your disposal when kind of making some
just a quick read,
your own investment portfolio. Another key feature that I love on Trading 212 is their Pi feature, and that kind of is one of the main reasons why a lot of people use Trading 212 as their broker of choice.
Yeah.
So just quickly, a brief overview of Pis. So I have 12. You can create any individual Pi you want, ranging from 2 companies up to, let's say, 200 companies or even more. You can have as many companies you want in any individual Pi. And the way I use Pis is to have my sectors broken down. So we can see here that I currently have 12 Pis.
So this part is interesting to see the way he uses Pis, because you can clearly see everybody uses it differently. Different aims, different objectives, and so forth. So it's quite interesting to see how he uses it from his perspective, and to be able to see that
each of the sectors. So I kind of cluster each of my sector Pis or companies.
Communication services, consumer,
Pis, which kind of gives you a better overview of how each of your sectors are performing, especially if you're like me and you have a lot of companies in your portfolio.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. He's got a lot of companies in his portfolio. Obviously, it's clear that he's got some experience in it. If you're just starting out, I would personally recommend you don't do too much, because you won't be able to keep. Trust me, you're not gonna be able to keep an eye out on every single one, and it's just gonna be a bit overwhelming for you. So pick a few ETFs if you're just getting started out, just so you don't dump your money into the wrong company and then they just start going down until they go bust. So pick an ETF. Ideally, as I said, this is not me recommending, but this is what I've done, and I'm telling you guys what I did when I got started. I picked the ETF, and then I just started playing around, because it's all good playing with the fake account that they give you. So you can get a practice account, which they give you 50 grand as a limit, play money basically, right? And once you're done playing around, then you can transition into a real account, which is real money. But however, there's that level of risk doesn't exist when you're playing with fake money. You can I'm gonna buy 20 grand, 100 grand of this stock, but really and truly, if you don't have that money, or if it's not real money, then that feeling is just not there. You get what I mean? So that's why then you transition onto the real account. Ideally, that's what I did. As I said, I'm just showing my personal journey here, not financial advice, but that's what I did. And then I just started watching the ETF, observing everything, and then from then I just started growing, and I chose the direction that I want, whether I wanted a growth portfolio or a dividend paying portfolio, and then I went for the kill. So that's what stops a lot of people's action.
For example, here we'll use my communication services portfolio, Pi.
Yep.
We currently have €582 invested. We can see here we're up 11.8%, or €61.5. In the overview tab on the right here, we have 3 top headings, so overview, holdings, and auto invest. In the overview tab, we can see how much we have invested, our overall return, and the percentage of what that is. If we scroll down there, then we can see our dividends. So we have about 71% reinvested so far. We can also set up investment goals. So for example, if I wanted to, let's say, over the long term, have €10,000 invested in the communication services Pi,
which is cool. I mean, not a lot of platforms gives you, that ability. You can clearly see, so you can set goals. I mean, from banking point of view, Monzo gave me that, where you can set like targets and goals, and then the more you save, it lets you know, like, how much you're filling up of the pie, if you want to say. But I think it's quite interesting because it kind of gamifies, is that a word? But it makes it like it turns saving into a game, which is quite nice, because saving, I guess some people can find it boring. You're just tracking money away that you can't use.
You get a chart,
but
which will track how close
if you know that you're investing for the future, then
from actually achieving
it's not
that
boring.
goal. You can also share your
In fact, I love it.
So if you clicked up there, you get a link, and you can share that. For example, if you make YouTube videos like me, you can put that in the description below, so people can see
then you get
what companies
free
hold
shares.
each of your pies. We then have
for the pie one,
So if we scroll up here, we see we have 5 holdings, and we can see the overall value again. And down here we can see the 5 holdings. So in this case we have Walt Disney, Facebook, AT&T, Verizon, and Netflix. We can see the actual.
Make sure you like the video, guys.
And the weightings.
Support is key.
So again, they're quite off at the moment, but I'll show you later on how you can actually adjust your own weightings and rebalance, etc. We can see here the value of each of the holdings and each of the 5 individual profit and losses, which makes up the overall 11.8% profit. Another brilliant part of the pies is the auto invest feature. So for example, let's say you didn't really want to focus too much on day trading or even trading yourself over the weeks and months if you're quite busy, or you just don't want to get involved in that way. Well,
this is the game changer.
Well. So for example, you can kind of set up a direct debit with your bank. So let's say you got paid on the 1st of every month. You could say, let's say, take out €500 from my wages, and
this is a game changer
to your designated pies. So let's say I invest into my communication services pie.
So just to clarify, guys, for my subscribers out there, this is basically where I believe it's a game changer, where you can set an amount, what's it called, a standing balance, basically a direct debit, right? That it withdraws money automatically from your account that you decide to allocate. That, okay, this is investing money, meaning as soon as this money hits my account, I don't even want to look at it. It doesn't even exist to me, because that is investing money. That's money for the future. Because if you look at it, then you feel like, a huge chunk of my money is gone, right? So that money then goes into your savings, either your investing pie, or your account, or just straight away invests it into the companies that you allocated for it to invest, and you split it up by percentage. I think that's quite creative. I personally don't use it right now because I've got my strategy down, and I know what I want to do. So if that's what you want to do, that feature is good to know that it's there available for you, example,
Well, it would auto buy at each of your weightings. So for example, here,
auto
as we
buy
have 5 companies and they all have 20% weighting, it would split that up into €20 invested into each company. So that can be quite
How
useful,
clever is that?
especially if you don't want to get involved too much with kind of day-to-day management of
Stuff.
funds. So you can do so by clicking there, and you can see also, which is quite impressive, you can see where you'd be if you invest in X amount of money over an X amount of time. So just as this
How
example,
creative is that?
we can see over 10 years, if we invested €1,000 a month and we had an initial deposit of 1,000, that in 10 years time, with 120,000 contributed, that would add up to over €273,000, which should be estimated on a 14.72% annual return. So I think this
Crazy,
is a very
innit?
good feature, and it really does kind of focus people's minds on terms of compounding and long-term investment, and how it can pay off if you're patient and consistency over the long term.
That's
Just
right.
one or two more features in terms of pies. We can see at the bottom of the overview tab, we can delete a pie. We can also duplicate it, and we have some personalization settings there that you can look at yourself. Again, if we scroll up here, if we went into the holdings tab, we can rebalance. So I don't use that as a dollar cost average and I don't auto invest. I manually put in money myself.
That's
So I don't really
that's what I was telling you guys. So I don't do the auto stuff, although it's good. I'm not bashing on it or anything like that, but I don't know. I just feel like I've got more control when I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm manually putting money in, and then I'm buying that, I'm doing that. Do you get what I mean? Rather than it happens and then I'm having to check up, did everything happen okay? Like, it gives me kind of like a anxiety kind of thing. I don't know. That's just my personal take on it, but to each their own.
ratings as such. This is certainly very handy if you were going to auto invest.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you wanted to rebalance, and now my Walt Disney has 42.5% of this overall pie,
Mm-hmm.
and I had 20% weighting. So if I click the rebalance button here, it would sell about 22.5% of my shares here, and it would distribute it more evenly across the board. So it would basically buy and sell shares if I'm over or underweighted in each of my holdings within a pie.
Earth creative,
If you
man. I'm
want to make
telling
your
you.
own pie, just go into
Especially for the
pie
people who
section,
haven't
go
got
down to
time.
the bottom here, create pie, so we can add instruments. So just for the purpose of this video,
So I thought this would be a bit more portfolio orientated, but I'm more than happy with the walkthrough, to be honest with you, as I said, because you might be a beginner that you're watching this and you're like, okay, you might as well take advantage of this and learn, baby. It's trust me, with trading, investing. I keep saying trading because the platform we use is called Trading 212. Once more, link is in the description down below. But however, with investing, you need to learn as much as you can. And one thing I love about Trading 212 is it gives you tutorial videos that you can watch. So there are tutorial videos that you can watch on the actual app itself on the phone, right? And I think it's really good. It's really good to see that they're taking care of us
three here, so Tesla, Amazon, and Apple.
like that.
So you can add as many as you wish. You click next. We can see here, if we added the three of these companies, we will get a 30.68 average annual return based on 5 years market performance. You can adjust the weightings as such, but we'll just leave it for now just to speed up the video a bit. So that equates to 100%. We just call this, we can call the pie whatever you want. So just for the purpose of this, we'd say YouTube. We can add more slices if you wish. Click next. You can click auto or manual. If you clicked auto, for example, next. And then when that loads, we can see again, just like we mentioned a while ago, your years, X amount of years, X amount of money, and how much you get over a certain period of time. You can click next again. And you can see here
that part is nice to sort of visualize and see, okay, because you're kind of blinded. I mean, a lot of people can't actually see, well, nobody can see into the future, but some people are better than others at being able to visualize things long term and actually see the results. And like, yeah, now if I carry on doing this, then I should expect that without needing to write it down or draw a picture for them. But some people, they just simply can't see it. They're not built like that to see things long term. They're more like of the now. So having a feature like this where you can see, oh wow, whoa, hold on, I can actually make that much. All I have to do is remain consistent, and considering the market goes fine and everything else, you know, there's no major dips or drops or crash, then I'll make that much. I'm in. So it's nice to see.
Pie is ready to go. I just want to quickly note also that even if you have your holdings within a pie, you can still see all your individual investments on the left here in your investments tab. But they're also included in your pies tab, and you can also, let's say, you can move companies within and move companies without certain pies. So if you want to do that, you just scroll down to the bottom of your holdings tab, and we can see here that you can import investments or export investments.
Very
Some
nice.
other tabs on the left
Neat.
beside your portfolio, we have the home tab where you can create watch lists, and you can see like popular stocks, for example, and we can stocks to look into. You can create new watch lists. We then have the search feature, which is probably one of the more important tabs. We can see that you can trade within stocks and ETFs. You can go through the most popular stocks, dividend growth, high to low volatility, speculative.
So when he's saying ETF or stocks, a ETF is a basket of companies, and just a stock or individual stock is just one company. So meaning, like you used the example of Tesla. Tesla is just that one stock, and then an ETF will be like the S&P 500, which holds the 500 of the largest companies in the world or in the US. And if you invested in an ETF, well, the ETF will be carrying all of them 500. So basically a basket fruit. Instead of you investing into a banana, but you decide to invest into a fruit basket that has banana, pineapple, apple, grapes, and all of that. So this way your money is divided amongst bananas, grapes, apples, and all of that. So £1,000 divided between all of them fruits, rather than £1,000 only into a banana, if that makes sense. So banana is an individual stock. The basket of fruits is an ETF. I know that makes sense. It better.
You can see here that you can invest within the German, UK, US, Netherlands, France, Spain, and Switzerland markets. And just for example here, if we click into the US, we can see then that it splits it out within each of the portfolio pies. So if you wanted to buy in an energy company, for example, or consumer staples, they would all be in there, which again is quite handy.
Very.
Then I also have ETFs. Just like the stocks, we have the most popular. We have equities, inverse, real estate, commodities, and fixed income ETFs. Another very helpful tab.
Oh,
is
so
the
he
videos
showed it.
tab.
This is
So
what I
we
was
can
talking
see
about,
here
the
it's
videos.
very useful for all levels, from beginners all the way up.
Yep, that's what I was telling you.
For example, how you can start investing from as little as €1 or £1. We then have the stock investing videos. If we scroll down then,
By the way, I recommend
technical
watching all of
analysis for
these
beginners,
if you can.
and you can see also that you can move up the levels in terms of advancement. You can have everything from beginners all the way up to more complex investment vehicles. You also have some tabs such as notifications, so we can see here dividends that have been paid, auto invests when I have invested some capital during
So
the
this
week.
is just, it
We
lets
then
you
have the
know.
calendars tab.
It lets you know, for example, once you receive a dividend, it will pop up on your notification. Basically, anything that goes on in the app that's important, it will pop up as a notification. And that's the section that you go to check and see if you've missed anything. Just in case, I know sometimes it can happen, you're busy, a notification popped up, but you didn't check on it. So it's on your iPhone, but however, it's no longer popping up. Then you can go into the app and just check a notification. Everything's clear. Let's go and carry on with our investing.
If there's any earnings reports, etc. And then we also have a more detailed graph feature, which can certainly be useful if you're more into your technical analysis.
Yeah.
So over here on the right, you can adjust or customize your charts for whatever way you wish.
According.
And you also have numerous tools and instruments up here where you can change and alter your graphs for your own investment needs. Besides the
Nice, man, you went through it
tab
thorough.
on the left, you can also scroll over to the right, and the drop down above your name or next to your name, you can see another whole list of options. You can see that there's the CFD option. Again, I wouldn't advise new beginners
Definitely not.
at all, because you can get leverage here and you can lose a lot of money.
Definitely
quite fast.
not.
I use, as you can see, the investment feature, which I have 5,100 invested in. You can also get a free shares tab.
So with the invest is basically money that can be taxed, and with the ISA is money that can't be taxed. So I'm curious as to why. I don't know, but I'm curious as to how comes he hasn't got an invest one. Maybe in Ireland it's not offered, I don't know, and maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I guess maybe he will say it. So as I said, invest is tax-free money for the UK here. So and you can fill it up to 20 grand. So you can put each tax year, you can put 20 grand in, and once you use up that 20 grand, you can't add any more. But with the invest, you can add as much as you want, unlimited. If you had 20 million to add, you can add 20 million. So yeah, that's
So
the
again,
free
I'll put
share
this in the link in
that
the
he's
description.
talking about. So the free share link, once you click on that, then basically you get a free share, and I'll get a free share for you signing up to Trading 212. Okay, it's that simple. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't click on the link, you don't get the free share. So you can sign up normally on the computer on their website, but you will not get a free share. Don't say I didn't warn you. I signed up for Trading 212, but I didn't get a free share. Well, did you click on my link or not? No, you didn't. Well, no free share for you, my friends. So you've been warned.
You then have other features such as manage your funds, your history, so transactions both in and out of the account. You have the Trading 212 hot list. Again, I mentioned this in prior videos, but I'll show people that haven't seen those videos that in a sec. We have shared dating services, there's promo codes, a help center, and you can switch to the old app.
And the help center is really good, by the way.
I've settings down here, and you can alter the colors.
I've gone through and they've been good.
212 platform, as for example, I changed mine from, let's say, a white color to this. So now I'll go into the Trading 212 hot list. So in Trading 212 hot list, we can see here.
Of course, Tesla will be number one.
The overall leaderboard for the amount of users on Trading 212 that hold positions. So just here we can see Tesla, Apple, Amazon, and NIO make up the top 4. We can also go into the top risers and top fallers, everywhere from 1 hour ago up to 30 days. So that we can see here also that they're the top fallers. So it can be quite useful if you're looking for companies and you're stuck. You can always start off here and look up some companies in these leaderboards for both the top companies held, the risers, and also the fallers. But again, you need to do your own due diligence and research after picking companies
1,000%
to make sure you're risking your own capital.
1,000%
to the right place for you.
1,000%.
So
I agree with that.
That kind of brings the end to today's video. I just wanted to give a brief overview and rundown of how I operate my Trading 212 platform.
Fair enough.
Numerous questions over the past few weeks on how and questions of how we
okay, so I'm glad I watched or I'm glad that we reviewed this anyhow, because as I said, we've done this review on my channel. I say it maybe a few times now, from beginning to end, how to open up your account. Even in fact further than that, I went through how to open up your Trading 2 account, what questions it's gonna ask you, what you're gonna need, and just a wealth of information in one video. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it. I highly recommend it. But I'm glad that we went through this again. It gives me an opportunity to go through with you guys as well and add whatever I need to add that maybe he might have missed out, or just whatever I want to emphasize on this video, and I did so. So yeah, it's definitely good. I thought it was going to show like a quick portfolio just to see an update, because I saw this video pop up like literally today on the 5th of December when I'm making this and recording this. I had another video planned, but however I saw it, so I was like, my guy, might as well give him a shout out as well. So be sure guys to go subscribe, check out his channel, go like, do all of that stuff. Awesome dude. Now or never finance, that's the place to be. So that's it right there, man. But apart from that, 5k, so the challenge is definitely on. I don't know if you're watching this, my guy, much love for you, man. Keep up the good work, keep going, awesome content, and I can't wait to see more. So guys, by you watching this video, you did not waste your time. Don't forget to tell your haters to get in line. Make sure to always keep learning. Learning is key. You're never going to get good at this if you don't put in the time and put in the work. It's not just you invest in a company and that's it, you forget about it, because you could panic. A lot of people trip. Why? Because something happens worldwide or in the media, and then they panic and they sell out all the positions and they lose money that way. Why? Because they're not well informed about which stock they've gotten into, all the information, or they didn't dive in deep enough to see, hold on, although this is happening in the news, although this company, people are saying bad stuff about this company, whatever it could be, I know what I invested in. I know the balance sheets, I know the numbers, I know the future for them, I know where they plan on going, what they've said they've done, they will do, and what they've done. It makes me more comfortable, and you keep your position instead of selling out, because guess what, with trading, or with investing, sorry, once you sell out your positions, that's it. You have to wait for a dip, if there's ever going to be a dip, and if there isn't, then you're screwed because you sold out. That's it. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, as I said once more, Trading 212, if you want to get started, link is in the description. Be sure to grab it, it's right there for you guys. Support me on Patreon, it's right there as well if you want to support me on that, to be able to carry on making more of these videos for you guys. I make daily content, so please don't miss out each and every single day. But by watching this video, guys, you did not waste your time. Don't forget to tell your haters to get in line, smash that like button, it means a ton for me. And yeah, and check out this 2 videos right there. If you enjoyed watching this video, you'll definitely enjoy watching these 2 videos. All right, subscribe button is right there. Peace out, much love, bye bye.